Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Scientific Literacy Podcast. I'm your host, AI Chiu Bowen. Today, we're going to talk about a cognitive trap that's often overlooked, yet has a huge impact on how we think: survivorship bias. So, what exactly is survivorship bias? Simply put, it's when we focus only on the things that survived, succeeded, or were recorded, while ignoring those that failed, disappeared, or were never seen. This can lead us to make inaccurate judgments and even draw completely wrong conclusions. Let me give you a classic example. During World War II, the Allied forces wanted to reinforce their fighter planes with extra armor. But where should the armor go? Engineers analyzed where returning planes had the most bullet holes, mostly on the wings and tail, and suggested reinforcing those areas. But statistician Abraham Wald offered the opposite advice: reinforce the areas without bullet holes, like the engine. Why? Because the planes with damage to the wings and tail still made it back. That means those areas could take hits and still function. But the planes that didn't return? They likely got hit in more critical spots, like the engine, and crashed. The data they were looking at came only from the survivors. Making decisions based only on that is exactly what survivorship bias is. This kind of bias is everywhere in modern life. For example, we often hear inspiring success stories about entrepreneurs like Bill Gates, Elon Musk, or Steve Jobs. The media loves to highlight how they dropped out of college and still made it big. So, some people conclude, see, college isn't that important. But what they forget is the thousands, maybe millions, of people who also dropped out, tried to start businesses, and failed. These failures don't get media coverage, so our view becomes skewed. Or take those online ads that say, learn coding in 3 months and earn 6 figures. Sounds like a shortcut to success, right? But are those few success stories the norm? Or are they just rare exceptions used for marketing, while countless failures are hidden behind the scenes? We see survivorship bias in news reports, investment ads, health product promotions, and more. When a plane lands safely, do journalists report it? Of course not. But when one crashes, it's all over the headlines. What you think is reality is often just a filter version of it. From a scientific or statistical standpoint, this isn't a fair sample at all. So what can we do about it? First, remember this principle. What's not visible is still information. When you only see the survivors, pause and ask yourself, where are the ones who didn't make it? Why are they missing from the picture? This kind of reflection is key to developing scientific literacy and critical thinking. In the end, survivorship bias reminds us that while success stories may be inspiring, the lessons from failure are often more valuable. Whenever you're making decisions or analyzing a situation, don't just look at those who made it. Remember those who didn't. And especially in physics and science, be very careful. What you think you're seeing as truth might just be a filtered version, and the most dangerous part. It can even lead you to conclusions that are the exact opposite of reality. That's all for today's episode. If you enjoyed this topic, don't forget to subscribe and share the podcast. And if you've ever run into this kind of thinking trap yourself, leave a comment and tell us about it. I'm AI Chiu Bowen. Thanks for listening, and see you next time.